You thought you were hunting us, Commander Crane said, voice steady. But we've been dismantling your web, one mission, one agent at a time. Virex's mandibles flexed his composure, fracturing. Centuries of evolution and dominance unraveled in mere decades of human adaptation. But before any command could form on his lips, the lights dimmed. Alarms blared, crimson strobes slicing through the dark. The station AI's voice echoed, strained and fragmented. Wormhole destabilization detected. Chronocore pulse exceeding containment limits. Dr. Lauren froze. That wasn't part of the simulation. The readings spiked again. Then something moved within the gloom. It wasn't Veldari. And it definitely wasn't human. From the distortions stepped to shape, bending reality around itself, space, twisting as if reluctant to reveal it. Its outline shimmered, fractured by gravitational interference. The voice that followed came layered, reverberating through time itself. You should not have opened the gate, it said. But now we are here. The being called itself an architect, a name known only from fragmented precursor ruins and cryptic alien scriptures. A civilization thought extinct before galactic history had memory. They hadn't perished. They'd waited, hidden beyond the event horizon of known space. The Chronocore's temporal echo had reached them, and they answered. In an instant, the human Veldari standoff evaporated. All their grudges, all their wars, suddenly meaningless. Both species had stumbled into something far older and infinitely more dangerous. The architects didn't seek conquest or dialogue. They sought completion. A mission frozen eons ago, now resumed. Days later, the Terran fleet and a Veldari strike flotilla convened aboard the flagship Resolute Dawn. The air was tense, the silence heavy with unspoken distrust. But necessity overrode hatred. The war that should have ignited instead became uneasy cooperation. Dr. Kyra Lauren faced Commander Virex across the conference deck. We could have erased your species, she said plainly, but that would waste a potential ally. Virex inclined his head, not in defeat, but acknowledgement. You adapt faster than we anticipated. And so, the Shadowite Initiative was born, a joint task force combining human perception warfare and Veldari cloaking mastery, not to spy nor to kill, but to hunt what had awakened. Something ancient had stirred beyond the stars, something watching, assessing, calculating. For the first time, the shadows belonged to everyone. Humanity no longer whispered in the dark. They were ready to speak, and, if needed, to strike back louder than ever before. They saw themselves as unrivaled masters of concealment, predators shaped by evolution to move unseen, unheard, and untouched. The Veldari's stealth wasn't born of machines or illusion, but of biological mastery refined through millennia. They could refract light, warp sound, and dissolve their presence from even the most advanced sensors in the known systems, feared across the stars as flawless infiltrators, saboteurs, spies, and silent assassins, until the day one of them felt a human's breath on his neck, followed by a quiet whisper that froze his blood. Nice try. Commander Virex of the Veldari Reconclave had overseen countless missions. He believed this one would be routine. His team deployed aboard Horizon Arc 9, a Terran research outpost orbiting Titan's dark side. Their directive: steal the experimental Chronocore, a rumored quantum encryption matrix capable of outwitting predictive AIs, and erase its creators. To the Veldari, humans remained naive newcomers to interstellar civilization, arrogant, dependent on sight, fragile before the unseen. Inside the core chamber, a lone tan woman sat at a console, her focus absolute.
No.
Guards, no drones, no alarm systems, no signs. She sensed the elite strike unit encircling her. Then she spoke, calm, almost amused. You won't find it there. The Veldari froze, their cloaks humming. Faintly. She didn't turn. I removed the Chronocore hours ago. It's no longer connected. Unease rippled through Virex's formation. She couldn't see
them.
She wasn't supposed to. It defied reason until another voice sounded. Directly behind Virex, a man's voice. Low and certain. We've been tracking you since Varela. Nice try. A cold device pressed against the weak joint beneath Virex's cranial plate. In an instant their superiority evaporated. One by one their cloaks flickered and collapsed under a precision-tuned sonic burst. Dr. Kyra. Lauren, the woman at the console, turned.
At last.
Her eyes shimmered with spectral overlays, every wavelength alive with color. She could see them all. You bend light, she said softly. We bend perception. Commander Isaiah Crane stepped from a concealed alcove, weapon steady, visor alive with full-spectrum readings. Behind him, Terran operatives advanced, each wearing enhanced vision arrays. For the Veldari, the roles reversed. The hunters exposed the invisible, rendered visible. Dr. Lauren had studied them for years. Long before Titan, humanity had traced whispers of unseen invaders, strange disruptions on Mars, missing tech on Europa, fragments of ghostly data. Eventually the Terran Concord captured one, not to interrogate but to understand. They dissected its biology, its cloaking dynamics, its flaws. They learned that the Veldari's phase veil bent light and energy, yet emitted microscopic heat traces, ion drifts, and pulse distortions. So humanity adapted, not through might but through method. They engineered phase track, a multilayer detection network combining thermal, quantum, and behavioral algorithms trained to detect what should exist, even when it didn't. The fabled Chronocore had been bait all along. For years humanity had been studying their predators, mapping their routes, feeding them lies, and waiting
for the perfect strike.